What's going on, everyone? I am Dash, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Farewell, my turnabout. Gumshoe has given his testimony, and it is time to cross-examine him. So, this murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. Let's press that. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal, that ceremony started at 6 p.m., and then around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later, but obviously that didn't happen. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. So between 6 and 6:30, right? Please continue with your testimony, detective! The victim, Juan, was found dead in his hotel room. Press that. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? That's kind of suspicious. Yeah! Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? Hey, she is a defendant, Madame Guard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. God. So she's a pretty lady. Oh, dear lord. No one here shoot graces with her presence. I can't. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On guard. After visiting his room, she went next to... redo that. After visiting his room, she next went to get to the... For some reason, some part of me wants to put a get between the two and the. She wants to get the victim's room. I'm just pick it up and bring it with me. Okay, take 3. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. There we go. Hey, I see. That's when she found the victim's body. Wait, hold on. She was going to the victim's room to get him ready for the show. Why would Adrian, on guard's manager, be getting Karita ready for the show? What was I gonna say? I mean, yeah, it's not a statement I can press against, though. I guess with the context of the affair, it makes sense. Affair. But, without that knowledge, it's completely, it's suspicious. Anyway, after looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. Yeah, just a bit. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Korea was stabbed in the chest? Yeah. Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Okay. A good hard look at the crime photo. So he has like armor on which would block it? Or he's stabbed in, like, I guess the deltoid or something? I don't know. The pec, that's what it is. I'm saying. Now, a real pros attention will be drawn here to this bandana. I'm not even sure what bandana they're speaking of. I don't see one around his head or anything. Or, okay, Judge says banana. Maybe that's... What? So it just says, banana! His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. So the cause of death is actually strangulation, then? Yes, I see! His banana-scented bandana. Dear lord. Okay, so it wasn't a typo either time. Okay, then, what about the knife? It seemed to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. I guess okay, there's no way you would see, like, that just looks like the collar of, like, a t-shirt that he would, worn under the costume for comfort or something. I guess, this kind of looks like it would be part of a mirror or something. I see it now knowing that it's there, but you never would notice it if you didn't know exactly what it was. So the idea, I guess, is to throw them off for the cause of death for some reason. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here! Okay, autopsy report added to the court record. Maybe for framing purposes, I don't know. At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. Let's press that. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal! Yeah, and it's his famous red guitar thing. The jamming engine doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. So we didn't have it at the house, so... Oh, then how about this theory? It was stolen? Yeah. A fan really won the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? Yeah, I don't think a fan would kill him for the guitar. That's a very stupid theory. We thought of that too, but, no. I'm guessing the theory is that, the theory is that On Guard did it to, you know, make it so the show couldn't go on. Anyway, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? So it might be possible that he had the guitar out, was practicing on it or something, and then the murder occurred while he already had it out, and they made it off with the guitar that around and touched the case. I see! Oh, so much for my theory then. But who says the guitar was in the case? Okay, the guitar case updated in the court record. Anyway, so Gumshoe later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gateway Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? Bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio, so he went to the Grand Prix without the guitar? That seems stupid. The victim, Juan, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So he, I guess, so are they saying, like, he forgot it or something? Like, he had the guitar outside the case and then just brought home the case? Wouldn't the case be too light for that? I don't know. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. How do you forget something like that? I mean, I don't play guitar, but I know plenty of people who play guitar, and I've carried guitar cases in them. I've carried, you know, those friends' guitar cases. You know, I've noticed guitar players tend to be very picky about who handles it, but, you know, they allowed me in that case. And, you know, it's a very obvious difference with you know, whether it's empty or whether it's, you know, got the guitar in it, you know, for the weight. Anyway, the guitar case was empty before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. Are you sure about it? I'm guessing it's gonna be relevant, just not in a different way than they were thinking. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. So, again, it comes to just the... I'm going to provide information, testimony, but there's not any contradictions. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest my On Guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. I guess. Here it comes, looks like Andrew is back in full swing. Well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. About what is he testifying? Why arrest On Guard? Oh, okay. So, the details of the case is done. My On Guard and Juan were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the German Ninja's button, which is on Guard. He was ripped off the ninja costume was by Mr. On Guard's Hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. It looked like it was just a butter knife. That's very odd, and my phone is going off right next to the microphone. We probably don't want that happening. Let me put it on silent, so that doesn't happen anymore. Okay, it's good. So let's get back to the statements and such. Whose defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing? It looks like a butter knife. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. What is it, like with blood or something? I've added to the court record, so either this was framed or On Guard was really, really careless. And there's this button. That was found on the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? What else would it be? All this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor, as it always does on the first day. Ready to give in yet, right? Yeah, he knows me better than that. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. At least he's not, he's not Von Karma saying, if you press, I'm going to take a penalty with Mo and such. Okay, so we're gonna have a cross-examination of Wang, Rust, and Guard. At the Guard, Juan were huge rivals with each other. Then in terms of popularity, Mr. Vanguard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan was always one step behind Mr. Vanguard in everything. This year it seemed like he finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Korea lost the Grand Prix in the end. That's too bad! He must be pretty downhearted after losing. Yeah? Dut. So, he thought the other guy was in his way. That's my open off in my book. So, I don't know, that voice was different than what I usually do for Gumshoe. Wait just one second here. Mr. Vanguard was beating Mr. Korea in the popularity polls. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess, but so it's very clear, it seems, that they had a rivalry, but On Guard was winning. Which means that the defendant size, the victim was not a rival at all. And yeah, I think he's still a rival. He's a threat, just not, but he's a threat, but he's very clearly weaker. But was up and coming. It's, sort of like Luke Skywalker being a threat to the Emperor. Obviously the Emperor and Vader and the Empire in general are much more powerful than Luke Skywalker, but he's going training and such, and he's like, I'll be ready to take them on. Anyway, so it means he had no motive to kill at all. Murmur. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective, it's not. Well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. On Guard's going to object. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. Oh, damn. No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I look forward to your pension negotiations. Oh, damn. No! While we're on the subject of John the Vader. No, detective, let's continue with the testimony. No! Not my poor pension, too! God. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Oh, damn. Yes, sir, we can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? So, that's a no. As for evidence, there's a gem and just button. You have any proof that that button belonged to the victim? Well, it had his blood on it. Huh? I don't get you, pal. And it's also kind of public knowledge. Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Huh? But you can't tell, but God, I can't. I'm like going dyslexic on this sentence. But can't you tell by just looking at it? ... And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. I'm guessing the judge is probably going to agree with me here. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir! Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. I'm gonna reel this one in. Thread! Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, I figured that would happen. My sound is kind of cutting out again, but oh, there we go. I just got it back. Okay. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Whoa, I forgot that Mia was in Pearlie's body. Dear Lord. My Gumshoe voice seems off today. God, my voices for all of these just seem off today. I can't speak today. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Unguard's Hakama. Let's press that. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Korea. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. Yeah, that's not a lot of time to plan anything. The police didn't have the free time to another guy and play tricks. Unlike some people. Hey! What is he trying to say about me here? The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Express that. How are the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. So, it might, if they, examine it, probably not now, but by trial 2, maybe they'll find a weird inconsistency with how it was held. Well, miss, when you're paying attention to the testimony tonight, the defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. So, it would be impossible to tell that there is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of this knife, then? And Gumshoe is going to testify to the affirmative, which we will press against. There is no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal, this isn't just some pocket knife. It's not really useful for anything, and you can't just walk around with it either. It's clearly a butter knife. Like, it's a golden butter knife. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Phoenix! So, I'm guessing this is our end thing statement. We're gonna have to present against something that says it was premeditated. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with Unguard's fingerprints. Be grateful if the judge were more rash. He would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be, okay, Phoenix? Okay, so we're going to have to present something at some point. Now, I really wish you could be in the present menu and then still, move statements around. So, evidence that contradicts the premeditated murder part will probably be what we want. Nickel Samurai, that's not gonna be it. Not the press conference ticket. Not the radio transceiver, not this camera. Probably not the magazine clipping. Not the hotel guide map, I assume. The guitar case is empty, there's water barrel on top of the lid, bears Korean's fingerprints. The wine glass, that's not gonna be it. And I doubt it's gonna be the crime photo. Suicide report, that's not gonna be it. Not the attempted suicide report. Well, hold on a second. I thought that, shoot, what was I gonna say? That the crime, was supposed to occur in a 6 to 6:30 window. We can't present against all that stuff now, though, because we already got past that testimony. Okay, knife bears victim's blood, and Unguard's fingerprints, and the grip Gatewater is engraved. Oh, well, that's obviously it. The defendant didn't buy the knife for the crime because it is just a. I mean, everything on the Gatewater is gold right, so it is gold right. Is gold right? There should be a comma there, but I, in my haste, skipped it. So it's the hotel's knife. It is obviously a butter knife. So, and the Jammin' Ninja's button. Okay, I think I'm going to take a state, but I think this is a pretty obviously what I'm supposed to present here. Yeah, the music stopped. Wait a second! Well, what? So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? How would they even know that? I guess if they interviewed him at the detention center. Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, it's the hotel. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh indeed. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which wasn't even a murder knife. It was just sort of there after the fact. Which means this murder was not premeditated. Not necessarily, but it's the knife body obviously wasn't. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... Ezra says, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I think I know why. I admit this knife is hotel property. There was no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. Except at Gumshoe, apparently. But I didn't. Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Well, why that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Carino's room. Or not, it could have come from the dining room, the kitchen. Okay. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate his last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, so there's a fork and the knife right there, so it's not that knife. I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There was a knife and a fork on the table! And another, why would he have, so he would have to have two knives for that to make sense. It could be on guard's, knife. You know, we have to go back and see on guard's room to make sure. Actually, just out of curiosity, I'll hold that thought. So the judge says, then, where in the world did this knife come from? He may show us right now. If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Marangan. So, yeah, it was set for two, but only one has a knife. Especially if it was on top of his table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. Indeed it is. That doesn't look good for our client. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Marangan's knife was missing. So, Adrian's knife is the one that's still there. Mr. Ezra, on guard. Well, the E and the G and the all close together confuse me. Mr. Angan had gone to the victim, I just can't voice today, had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. I'll consider it plausible. I mean, why would he go with the knife but then strangle him with a bandana instead? I guess it might have been in a struggle. Murder. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth! Absolutely brilliant! A brilliant and clear deduction! It seems like Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning. Yeah, probably. It was one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume! There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here! Yeah, indeed. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of Your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. What? Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. I have quite a bit of that. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Wright? It's a kind of, well, what do you want me to present against? Do you want me to just, show all my cards? Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. The answer was something wrong here. That gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of hard feet. Mr. Wright, you have something important and necessary to present to this court. I'm going to take a state. I'll say actually I do, but I don't know what it is. There's one. ... One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright! I will say this one more time. I will not free this trial needs to continue. I do not feel like I can't talk today. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. It will, obviously. However, I'm giving you one chance, and only one. But the judge is saying, right? Please don't try pulling any of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. You may present one and only one piece of evidence. I'm with my entire bar at stake. Now then, what is this important evidence you must show to the court? So if I lose this, I get a game over. Important evidence that I have to show to the court. That's really non-specific. Attempted suicide. It might be the suicide report. I don't know. Something the court hasn't seen yet. They haven't seen the magazine clipping. They haven't seen the suicide reports. I'm gonna take a state. And I'm going to... I think I'm gonna present Andrew's attempted suicide report, because I have no clue. Sorry, right. This time, your bluffing steered you wrong. I can see nothing strange about this piece of evidence. Wait. So, we're gonna get a game over here. I am out of my word, Mr. Wait, why did I go ahead for his voice? That's enough! This court sees no reason for the prolonged trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, but on guard, guilty. And I really don't give a shit about him, but Maya is gonna, be killed or something here. The accused was surrendered to the court immediately, to be held pending trial in a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. So he just teleports under the stand. So I get yeah, it sends me back to the menu. Okay, there was a reason that I took a state. So let's start throwing other things at it. The important evidence to show to the court. I'm guessing that's not it. So I said maybe Celeste's suicide report. It looks like the answer is no. Huh. They've seen the autopsy report. The wine glass, perhaps? That's it. Okay. This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase is broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These are all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that's sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass, so it was probably placed there after the fact. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. ... Well, what do you all have to say? Oh, well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. That's right, Wolf. What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was sit there after the crime took place. Yeah? By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible. Mr. Wright, can we at least get, can we maybe get Andrews in to testify about that fact? Could Miss Andrews who set that glass down without thinking? I'm going to take a state again. How about it's possible, but I want a testimony from her about that. It's possible that is what happened. Actually, no, it's not possible. I take that back. Let's see. There's no way because it was Karita that drank tomato juice and such. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. Now I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. With your finger. They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. The Reds would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've thrown the situation on its head yet again, as usual. So I didn't say it was impossible. But can we, maybe, can we maybe get a testimony about that? Just to clear the air? Mr. Ashworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. Well, there goes that. What? Oh no, I think it's hard enough today, right? Do you think that this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course, it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Of course. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims, nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews. So, well, crap. What? Wine glass was updated in the court record. But I thought it was Karita that really liked the whole drinking tomato juice out of a wine glass. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body and left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? God, I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Karita and just put it down. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down from the dresser. You'd think she would have probably set it down like by the bears or, dropped it or something, instead of, taking it all the way to the dresser. I mean, she obviously would have seen the body before this. I mean, he's got a knife coming out of him. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now you'll see, Mr. Wright. You can't change any part of my scenario, as it explains everything all too well. I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor, and from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. So here's the overall arc. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth! I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Is he going to let us have another chance or something? Unfortunately, I can't allow you to pass judgment yet, so Edgeworth is going to save us the trial. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Probably Lana. Again? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. Jesus, he had a very loud point. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? He's gonna try to prove it even more, I guess. So, oh dear God. I was hoping to delay this for as long as possible. Okay, now then, witness, please state your name and occupation, which he's not going to give him. ... Witness, your name and occupation, please. Dear Lord. Hey, gotcha! Dear Lord. Grrr! I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me! Oh, God. I saw the important piece of testimony, but who knew that under that helmet It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand, so yeah, he remembers her. I tell you, I know what I'm supposed to do for this time. So anyway, I'm going to tell you anything and everything, even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime. Oh, Lord. Please. I'll take a guilty verdict. I'll take a guilty verdict. Yeah, it is almost, the killer. You can totally have Old Back. I'll trade you. I'll trade Old Back for Maya any day of the week. I'm saying, Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Ooh, shush! I'm talking to my dear Edgy right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. I think you're older than he is. Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her. Please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. How many extra statements is it gonna have? It's true what they said that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I'm not at all, Edgy. Then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldback? It was a great job being able to save my dear Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. So who's your dearie? Juan, or I guess it's Edgy now that Juan is dead. You mean, who found the victim? Which probably means that her testimony is not exactly unbiased. The government's crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. Excuse me. I'm only interested in the real man, Juan Corrida. But those two were the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room, and that contrary to how Oldback usually talks, that was like the slowest statement I've seen in both of these games. Very well. He said the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Okay. Witness testimony. Let's just talk about what you witnessed and then get the fuck out of this video. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time, so we need to figure out what she was interested in. Probably that gossip thing. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. He was on guard, met on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. Okay, so Mr. On-Guard came out from the victim's room. See, it has to be him. He's the murderer. ... I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I suppose I will do that. Cross-examination of what you witnessed. Alright, and this time to end the video here, so we'll cross-examine this statement in the next video. I make a dash, no.